Hi, I'm Stefan, the BMW DIY guy, and do you want to improve the performance and appearance under the hood of your BMW? I'll show you how. All right, y'all, so let's talk about this project a little bit before we jump into it and the reasons why you're going to want to do it. But even more importantly is this video is part of the Dinan Earning the Badge series on my G87 M2. Now, if you're not familiar with Dinan or the Dinan badge, let me explain really quickly. Dinan has been around for many, many years as a performance shop, a really boutique shop for BMW, making appearance, performance, suspension, all kinds of different parts for your BMW. Now, each Dinan part or kit has a point value. Now, if you exceed normally 10 points, you actually earn the Dinan trunk badge. It's one of those marks of distinction that you've actually put in the time, the upgrades, and the effort to make your BMW special. You can't buy the Dinan badge. There's no way to get it with the exception of earning it through points. And I'm going to work through a series of projects that's going to earn me the Dinan badge for my M2. And since I've been a fan of Dinan since I was about that big, I'm genuinely excited about this, and this will be the first Dinan badge car I've ever had. So make sure to check out all the other videos in the series because they all fit together. Now, one last note, your path can be whatever you choose it to be because those different packages have different point values, so it's however you get to that total to earn that badge. Now, in my case, I'm going to be adding the incredibly gorgeous carbon fiber engine strut brace from Dinan. This is such a cool product. And one of the places in the stock BMW G80s, so the M2s, the M3s, the M4s, the thing that I couldn't believe when I raised the hood is I looked at the stock strut braces. I was just like, what happened? In the F80s, they were beautiful curved carbon fiber. They really were a work of art that all the rest of us wanted to install in other cars. Well, it's one of the few places I criticize BMW because you look at the strut braces and maybe they're functional, but they don't look very good. Well, Dinan solves that problem. This is incredibly light carbon fiber. This looks fantastic. It fits in stylistically with all the rest of their designs and is a really easy install. So I'm going to walk you through the whole process and how this all ties together. Let's jump into the hood. Let's get started. All right, so this is a really quick install. I'm going to walk you through it. So I've already taken some of the initial plastics off. So if you look back in the corners, back here and back here, you have these plastic covers. You have a little twist lock, so you just turn and then just lift them up and away. On the passenger side, you do have a hose that's routed through this little track right here, so go ahead and separate the hose out, pull these covers off, and set them aside. Now, on your shock mounts, you'll have a cover that looks like this. Now, I've pulled mine off entirely because I don't have the EDC cable, my adjustable control cable for my suspension anymore. In your case, you're very likely going to have a cable that comes through and fits into a plug right here. So you're going to want to pull 1, 2, 3, 4, pull those expanding rivets out. Then you can just fit this up and away and slide it back that cable a little bit. Now, in my case, I've pulled it off entirely. You don't need to. I've just done so because it's easier in my case. So go ahead and take these, slide them back so you can get to the nuts that are here at the top of your OEM strut bar. You have 8, which should be 13 millimeter nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So go ahead and pull all of those off. And one here in the center, usually a 12 millimeter bolt, though it can vary from time to time depending on the car. So go ahead and pull all those out. Then you can just simply just lift your braces up and away. So I'm going to move all of the plastics and pull those braces off, and we're going to set the new brace into place. All right, as you can tell, I already have the Dinan engine cover as part of my Earning the Badge series. This suits it perfectly, both stylistically and fits in perfectly. So you just simply take the new brace and fit it into place. Now, there is one thing I'm going to point out. Now, in my case, it fits perfectly. You can tell there's a little bit of wiggle room on it to make sure that it fits the front and fits all the posts all the way around. Now, I'm going to grab my camera. I'm going to give you a little bit closer view of the shock mount top, just in case if yours doesn't fit just right, we can walk through that process. Okay, so you can adjust both sides of this to make sure that it fits over the studs. You shouldn't have this problem, but there can be a little bit of variance in every car. And Dinan makes sure to point this out just in case. So what you can do is these are 20 millimeter bolts here and here, and these are reverse Torx bolts right here at the top. You can very gently loosen all of these just a little bit to get this hat to move. And you can adjust this hat on both sides if need be to make sure that the frame fits over the top of the studs. That is a very rare circumstance though, and almost never necessary. So you can see in this case, I've got a pretty considerable amount of room that is going to work for putting these into place. All right, so with this all set into place, let's get this secured down. All right, y'all, so man, that looks good. Now, Dinan does provide new nuts to put on your posts all the way around. The way they fit into that space a little bit differently, so make sure to use theirs. And you reuse the OEM bolt here at the front. Now, I've got a slightly different bolt that you just put your OEM bolt back in. Up here is 56 Newton meters, and out here on the nuts is 28 Newton meters. So go ahead and get those all squared away, get them torqued down, and at that point, you're done. Good job. All right, y'all, so once those are torqued down, go ahead and clean up, put your tools away, you're all done, good job. This is a really simple, straightforward project, adds some additional strength, reduces some weight, adds some appearance, really, really cool project. I love the way all of these Dinan pieces all tie in together. These are coherent pieces that all tie into a greater whole, which makes sense as you look at the Dinan kits and how they want you to earn the badge, like I am really excited to do on my M2. I've always wanted a Dinan badge car. I'll be honest with you, I just always have since I was like 10. So this is really, really cool. I'm really grateful for Dinan for making such a fantastic product. Looks great, works great, absolutely worth it. And I am really excited to have this in my car. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please make sure to click like and subscribe. It just takes a second and it genuinely makes a real difference to my channel, and I would truly appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you on my next project.